Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is March 28, 2024. Here is another daily analysis, which is kind of like a monthly and weekly edition as well, just because today we closed the months of March and pretty bullish months. And this is a S&P 500 monthly chart. And as you see here, we're just at 1, 2, 3, 4, a fifth consecutive months in a row. We are just going higher and higher. S&P 500 reached new all-time high. It's kind of like getting into my topping level for this year. However, it doesn't mean that market is going to go down, but I should say, based on this chart, as long as we are above SMA 20, for those ones who are just the newbies here, they don't know, but this is kind of like the benchmark for me. So this is SMA 20 on a monthly chart. As long as we are above this SMA 20, we are in a bull market. And right now we are kind of like a far away from it. So there is kind of like a divergence between moving average SMA 20 in monthly and also the price as well. So whenever we get this kind of like an angle or divergence, as you see here, this is kind of like in 2021 that we got even kind of like a slower divergence, but right now this is very, very sharp. So this gives me kind of like everyone needs to be cautious and careful. However, this market, I believe that any correction could give us a good buying opportunity. We haven't seen a good corrective move to the downside, something like in August, September, and October 2023. We got that correction and we take it. And as you see here, we kind of like surging above SMA 20 in a parabolic move. And then we are just coming back down for back test. Nice surge to the upside. So this time could be again the same thing if we get into kind of like a corrective move all the way to here, which is going to be somewhere around like a late 2024, even October, September, we can get to this level. That would be fantastic buying opportunity for 6,000 level area. So 6,000 S&P 500 is going to be available, but I'm not sure it's going to be available this year. But next year, that's going to be kind of like a potential scenario for S&P 500. Right now, I should say market is in a bullish momentum. If you just look at RSI as well, so RSI, we are just getting into this important kind of like a trend line. So this is 2021 August that we got here to the top, and this is December 2021. As you see here, this is a monthly chart, so this kind of like a getting very, very slowly to the upside. So this is in 2018, so which was market picked again in August. So this is August, and potentially we can see some kind of like August top here as well. So that's going to be another major downtrend to the downside or kind of like a corrective move. Right now, this 2021 August, August, and then December, and this 2018 August, it's kind of like a market top, at least for now. We will see how it goes, but right now, momentum is pretty sharp to the upside. Look at the price here. We will give market benefit of doubt. So again, kind of like a shallow correction is coming to the market. If you just look at a weekly chart here, if we zoom in here, so this is kind of like another, I'm just using another momentum indicator, which is going to be SMA 43 for a weekly basis. So whenever we got below SMA 43 and we stay below that, so we just touched here in 1 week, and then next week we just recaptured that one sharply. So this means the bottom was there, and that was kind of like a fantastic breakout to the upside. Right now, we just, as you see here, we are far away from it. So there is a huge divergence here. So the next corrective move to somewhere around 47, 4,800, that's going to be fantastic buying opportunity. But I'm not saying market is going to give us that chance. So because market can stay in this momentum for longer than you think. Here is 2020. This is kind of like a bull flag, and then this is a November, October, kind of like a election year. So this is 2020 election year, and after election, we got this 45 angle to the upside for almost a year and a half. all the way to 2022 top, which is going to be January 2022. And we got into this kind of like a bear market, 1 year bear market. So right now we just got a fifth month. So we can see some kind of like a volatility coming up, but I'm not expecting this one can go all the way down, let's say next month, and then give us another opportunity for buy. If it does so, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity. But I believe April, especially first half of April, like the first 2 weeks, it's got to be volatile, kind of like giving us probably shallow correction. And I'm gonna take it as like a shallow correction, and we will see if we see some kind of like a good decent correction to SMA 20 in a weekly basis, which is going to be 4,880, 4,900. That's going to be a fantastic buying opportunity for next rally to the upside. So um, uh, stay in touch and keep an eye on these levels, especially this is a nice demand area. So previous top hasn't been tested yet. So that's going to be another level, and we can just put a line here. When we break through, we didn't test this line. So this is going to be 48.21. So we haven't tested this, and it's coming along with 48.80, which is going to be SMA 20 weekly basis. So we can just have this one here as well, and we will see if this one actually gives us a good kind of like a buying opportunity, we will take it. All right. So let me just put this one here. This is going to be 48.21, and that is all level for a next buying opportunity if it gives us. So but we'll see how it goes. Moving today volume was good as well. So volume for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, was 95 million, which was kind of like a good decent volume for the last day trading session for months of March. And months of March was bullish. So this is again another like a bull flag. We just got into kind of like a breakout yesterday, but today just got I believe nominal new all-time high, right? So this is kind of like the high was 52.61, and this high is 52. 52.63. Yes, nominal new all-time high, just a touch and sold off, but sell-off was not that sharp. So we just give market benefit of doubt for kind of like a shallow correction. And this correction this time can go all the way down here to even 5,000 area, 5,100 for SMA 50, which is going to be lots of support here as well. So if it gets there, that's going to be a good buying opportunity. Again, we're waiting for kind of like a correction and then reversal to the upside. The best level that I have here for SPY or S&P 500, I should say, is going to be 48.90, 4900, which is going to be far below the levels that we are trading right now. Moving on to Nasdaq, let me go to Nasdaq. Nasdaq is different story. As you see here, Nasdaq is kind of like a lagging. It doesn't go to new all-time high today. It didn't have breakout. However, this is kind of like a good bullish consolidation here. Not a bad price action, but I just want to say Nasdaq is kind of like a lagging compared to S&P and compared to Dow Jones. Even if you go to monthly chart, we have fantastic monthly chart last 4 months, but this month we just barely touch Nasdaq top, which is 18,387, which was kind of like my top here at this area and just rejected nicely. So this is kind of like a reaction to this important level. And if you go to weekly chart, you will see that it's kind of like hitting this level, and it's kind of like a consolidating. So this week it was very, very shallow. It didn't go like a higher crazy, just consolidating here. And then it can go lower as well to this level for a next buying opportunity, which is going to be 16,000 to 16,800. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for, to be honest, as a fantastic buying opportunity. It can take like a 2-3 weeks maximum. And then we can just see a reversal. If we see a reversal, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity for a next rally for potential new all-time high. A daily chart shows the same thing. So we will see that here is the price chart. But if you see RSI is kind of like RSI is very, very low. Like it doesn't mean that we are in a bullish market. It's just going down and sharply. Actually, last week we just heading down here. For MACD, look at that. So RSI, I'm sorry, momentum is dead for MACD. So there is no momentum here. And also we got bear reversal just today, confirmed that this is kind of like a stochastic bear reversal. However, previous bear reversal didn't go anywhere. It just consolidate here. It doesn't go like a too much. When it goes to kind of like oversold condition, we can get it as like a buying opportunity. I'm not just looking for something like this. So you see that it's kind of like a nice sharp sell-off here, clean coming down. It's just going through. RSI is going down. So that would be perfect scenario if RSI goes to oversold and the stochastic goes to oversold. And above all, if price is getting down to kind of like important level like 16,000 to 16,800, somewhere around here. So this is a nice demand area. If it goes down here, that would be kind of like a perfect scenario. So that would be perfect scenario for getting. Right now we are just staying on the side and just kind of like away from technology, looking for some opportunity to come in. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones, had fantastic move, especially months of March. It was very, very good months for Dow. So as you see that here is just my level for this year, and we just got above it. So 40,000, it's going to be the level that I was looking for. We got a nice monthly chart to the upside. And also, here's a stochastic. Look at the stochastic. It's pretty overstretched into over bot condition. Also, MACD shows kind of like a nice momentum. So Dow, there is nothing wrong with chart and indicators. We don't see divergence in monthly chart, so everything looks good. But we just are far away from SMA 20, the one that I was concerning about in S&P as well. So in weekly chart, there is a different scenario. Weekly chart, we just got very exhaustive momentum to the upside. MACD is sloping down sharply. However, it doesn't confirm with RSI, but here is a stochastic as well. So it's coming down as well. So right now, we just keep an eye on this, but energy, healthcare, and heavy value stocks are doing well. I believe that sector rotation is coming. So probably this divergence, we can kind of like ignore it in MACD just because MACD by itself cannot confirm that the divergence is valid. We need to have like a 3 or 4 indicator at the same time showing the divergence is kind of like a blatant. Then we can kind of like take it as a good divergence. Right now, the momentum is up, so we just keep invested as is. Moving on to daily chart. So here is the daily chart, and as you see here, this is kind of like the scenario that I'm talking about, the divergence. If you just look at MACD, it's just going down. If you look at RSI, it's going down. If you look at the stochastic, it's kind of like sliding down as well. So right now, we just see the price exhaustive move to the upside, but it's kind of like an exhaustive channel. But I should say, if we get kind of like a reversal to the downside, that would be kind of like the scenario. We can go all the way down here to like a 37,000. That's going to be the area that I'm looking for as a worst case scenario, but I'm not convinced that we are getting there. It's kind of like a hope if we get here for a great buying opportunity. Right now, I should say the next level is going to be here in this consolidation, which is going to be 38,000 area. So 38,000 area, there are lots of support here. We can see some kind of like a choppy, sloppy consolidation, but if it goes there and then if it gets back up, so that's going to be it. That's going to be the correction. Moving on to the rock star for today, which is gold. So let me show here monthly chart. Again, I just want to refer my previous analysis in gold. I just put a link here. Make sure watch this one because gold, here is the link. So gold is kind of like showing exactly the same scenario like 2009, 8 to 2000 like 11. We are kind of like seeing as a good, fantastic buying opportunity for gold, as we are seeing a yield curve is coming down. So when bond yield is down, gold, this means interest rate is going to go down as well. So gold is going to go up. This is a nice reverse head and shoulder at that time. And you see what was the next move after that. So since 2009 to 2011, gold almost got doubled. And everyone was saying that was a bubble, that was a bubble. But you see that when gold price just hiking higher for 2 years, it went all the way up to 1900. Right now, we just got the same scenario. At the very, very top, we just got this fantastic reverse head and shoulder, which kind of like a triggered this month with a fantastic bullish candle to the upside. So this means gold has lots of room to go higher, and it's not gonna stay here for short time. Um, if I just want to point a line here, so 21.47, that's going to be the next buying opportunity if it gives us. So whenever we see some kind of like big swing to the upside, this is kind of like an exhaustive candle without shadow. And this is kind of like the type of the breakout. So we have seen some kind of like a candle before as well. So this means correction is coming potentially, but as I said, this is going to be just a short-term corrective move for a next buying opportunity. So take it as a nice kind of like a buying opportunity. There is nothing wrong um, um, with indicators as well. So yeah, there is kind of like a divergence here in a monthly chart, and also there is a divergence in RSI. Um, so this divergence, if it consolidates here, it's going to be faded away. So we're just to keep an eye on this, but this is very, very new divergence. Just today and this month, we got new all-time highs. So this is a monthly chart. It's not going to react right away. Probably it takes time to kind of like act as a very big divergence here. Moving on to weekly chart. So weekly chart, I have like a better picture as well here. So they have a nice week this week. And gold miners actually were participant in this one. So April could give us kind of like a choppy corrective move. So if it goes down here, or if it goes down here, you should just take it as a good buying opportunity for a next buying opportunity for a 2400, even higher. So April could be volatile, don't get me wrong, for gold. Tomorrow we will have Jay Powell to speak about some monetary policy. I should say that's going to just impact the market as well. So we will see if a verbiage is going to be a positive about like a rate cut or something like that. So we should just see some kind of like a positive gap in gold on Monday's session. So that's going to be kind of like interesting to see what would be the verbiage. So send me your I'm pretty interested to see what's your comments. Send me your comments about this. Is it going to just a break to new all-time high, or this is going to be just the end of the rally and we should see some kind of like a massive correction for gold all the way down to here? I'm not convinced we are seeing kind of like a big corrective move. I think September 2023 is a very, very decisive bottom for gold. As long as we are above this, and as long as we are above January 2024, we are kind of like in a very, very good price action for moving higher to the upside. So just take it from now. Moving on to the daily chart, as you see here, we had fantastic buying opportunity in a daily chart. Huge divergence here in MACD, but it's kind of like a shallow divergence in RSI between these tops. So if it goes higher on Monday, I believe that RSI is going to hiking up again. So we can see some kind of like ignorance in the divergence. So that divergence is going to fade it away. Also, we have stochastic bullish momentum to the upside. Nice crossover, dual back reversal to the upside. It's not in overbought condition, oversold condition. It's just above oversold condition, but it's the same as previous ones. So whenever trend has been changed, whenever we see some kind of like a consolidation, as I said, this is going to be great buying up here. I was waiting for more consolidation, for bigger kind of like a breakout, but this breakout was kind of like in rush. And today we just got a nice parabolic move to the upside, and probably market knows what Powell is going to say, or I don't know about that, but it was like a big volume as well for gold miners. Moving on to silver. Silver is kind of like a lagging compared to gold, but I should say silver is kind of like a following gold right now, and it can just wake up nicely as well. So we got good bull reversal here for silver in a stochastic. This is a great signal for it. So if it goes higher, we're going to see some kind of like a tackle to this area, which is going to be $25, $26. And if it goes higher than that, it's going to just break out all the way to 28, and also $30 for silver is coming. If I want to show you in weekly chart, so I'm going to just show you here. This is a very nice weekly chart, and as you see here, anyway, if you want to slice it and dice it, this is very bullish pattern, very bullish pattern. So, and also in weekly chart, we're seeing some kind of like a very bullish momentum here, just right before the resistance. So this can interestingly go higher to $32, and it's gonna just hit new all-time high for silver. If you just zoom back here, we once got into this area, like in 2011, we got into $50. But if we haven't, um, or I should say, if we just ignore that spike, which happened once in a time, silver is trading very nicely at one of its high. So if you just ignore that spike, which was, I believe that was just nothing, based on just the hype. Silver always trading around like a $20, 23. So right now we are at 24, which is going to be one of the kind of like a highest level. If it breaks out, as I said, easily $32 is coming down the road, and we can just, if it goes above this, $40 is coming. And this pattern actually has lots of potential for upside move. And I believe that silver is just at the beginning of its rally. For a bigger perspective, I should say, it can go higher very nicely. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to crude, which was positive today as well. So crude daily chart, and also crude, I should say, weekly, is getting kind of like very important level. If we just go with this, I should say, the pattern, we are kind of like seeing the corrective rally to the upside, but this corrective rally is going higher and higher and keeps climbing. So I thought that this is gonna be it, but $82 was my kind of like a target for this, but we are at 83. So I was absolutely wrong about this. It's kind of like a stretching out, but still I'm not convinced that crude can go higher, just because yield is down, yield is heading down, and we can see some kind of like momentum to the downside if it's coming, especially for a daily chart. We have seen lots of resistance here. So, but pattern is bullish here. So as long as pattern is here, we are not shorting the crude. We are just waiting for reversal. I'm kind of like buyer crude, not at this level. I'm just looking for crude 61 to 66, and also even lower, $50. So I'm gonna buy crude with two hands. Right now, I'm not kind of like a chasing up, but this crude actually has fantastic, phenomenal move to the upside. December until now, crude is just going higher and higher. Still, geopolitical tensions is there in Middle East area, so that's why crude just keeps climbing higher. Moving on to individual names, let me go to individual names. So starting with Bitcoin as usual. So Bit had a positive day, not a bad session. It's just forming a consolidation here. Um, I believe that Bitcoin in April could be problematic, guys. So usually we have seen some kind of like a sell signal in April. So April, we can see some kind of like a surprise for Bitcoin. So just be careful on this name because it can go lower all the way down to 50K. And 50K is very, very important level. I believe that lots of people are saying 50K is going to be last trench for bulls. If it goes lower, we are going to be a bearish. I should say Bitcoin 50K could be very, very fair amount of support. Even 42 for 44, we can see some spike and then coming back up. So if you see some kind of like a sharp reversal to the upside, you should just ignore that spike. If it goes down there and stays there, that's going to be a problematic for Bitcoin. But I should say this is kind of like the topping formation for bit, and it can go lower. A bond yield just had a positive day, not about price action, so still forming this bearish kind of like a flag or bear flag. So if it goes lower, I should say that's going to be amazing. So it can go all the way down to 4.15%, which is going to be important level for gold traders as well. Treasury is up today, not about price action. So it's kind of like a doji bar. VIX just a smaller uptick today, just 23 cents. Dixie moved to the upside, 15 cents to the upside. Magma indicator is just rolling over to the downside. I believe that the rollover is coming, especially for first week or second week of April. Apple is down today, a bearish harami. I believe that Apple, if it goes this time below this 169, it can just have like a flash sell-off. That flash sell-off can lead us to even 160, 157, which is going to be a fantastic buying opportunity. Waiting for that one long time. Amazon 55 cents to the upside. Meta just coming down, rollover, fourth consecutive days. So seems like Meta is going to be is going to take the leadership to the downside. So we are seeing kind of like a trend is just broken to the downside. It can go all the way down to $400 for Meta, which is going to be like a 485. This one can go all the way down to $400. Microsoft is down today as well, so 71 cents down. Google 6 cents up today, not about price action, hold off for now. Netflix rolls over as well, so Netflix $6 down. Tesla 2% to the downside, still kind of like struggling to form the bottom here. So we'll see how it goes with Tesla. As long as it's above this $150, I should say should be fine. Semiconductor index, it's just forming a bullish kind of like a pattern bull flag here. So if it goes higher, I'm not going to be surprised, but I should say semis are lagging compared to the other names since March 24, since March 6th, like beginning of the March when they topped here, they're just lagging and they can't go higher. SOX, the same pattern here, it's just forming bull flag. Taiwan Semiconductor, 64 cents down today. AMD, 90 cents up. NVIDIA, dollar up as well. Texas Instrument, $1 up today, $1.34. And Lam Research, $5 up. So they're all forming a bullish kind of like a pattern, but if it goes down, it's going to go down very, very sharply. Moving on to the XLF, which is Financial Spider, 23 cents up, not a bad price action, new all-time high. KBE, 25 cents, it's just testing this high. KRE, 26 cents up. JP Morgan, 78 cents up. Goldman Sachs, $2.44 up, and Bank of America, 11 cents up. Good price action for banks, and they're just doing very well. Wells Fargo, bull flag. If it goes above this top, which is 58, it can just go higher, and that's going to be a good one just because this consolidation looks pretty good. Moving on to the gold miners, which broke up to the upside nicely and gently. So this is kind of like the beginning of the gold miners. They're heading into resistance. It's coming along with gold. So don't be surprised if you see some kind of like a good price action and then sell off after that. It's just going to be a back test to $30 and then next move to 36, which is going to be 20% to the upside. So but this is a nice breakout. We take it. We were waiting for this one. GDX
J, the same pattern here. AEM, nice surge to the upside, good breakout, shooting to the upside. It's just above this pivotal point, which is kind of like a nice new month bull flag, just triggered to the upside. It's not that a strong price action, still in a downtrend, but we need to get above 40 to just have a better forecast for the future. Franco-Nevada, 119. Remember that we were talking about like 114. And as I said, if we get above $114, it's going to just go all the way up to 122, 128. That's going to be the next level. And 130, that's going to be the next level. So right now, Franco-Nevada is in a bullish momentum. Gold Barrick nicely going higher. And today was a good price action for it, 40 cents up. Moving on to the last sector for today, XLE, coming along with crude, just positive day. New all-time high for XLE, $1.01. XOP $2.22 to the upside. OIH $6, but reversing to the downside. Exxon, good surge, good push. It just go higher above my target, which is 115 right now, 116 and 24 cents. Chevron just break out nicely this bull flag to the upside. So 160 is coming down the road. I'm not sure above that one. All right. So today was pretty good day for our portfolio as well. So we just kind of like beating the market. Months of March, when everyone piling on semiconductors, we just had lots of gold miners, heavy value stocks, and we were kind of like hitting our target for months of March. Actually, above that one, my portfolio just grew 4% for months of March, which is very, very above that one. The target that I have, which is 2% monthly, which ended up to 26% yearly constantly. So that's my target, and I'm pretty happy with that one, with that portfolio. Tomorrow we will have Jay Powell speech, so it's going to be very, very important for gold, for stock market, and for the bond yield and for the rate down the road. Keep an eye on that one as well. Happy holidays, weekend is coming, long weekend, and enjoy time with yourself and with your loved ones. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.